Thank you for joining our family in our quest for healing and redemption. You are a light in the dark, a vision of what the world can be. Welcome to us working on Hunt-A-Killer Vindication Box 1.
Yeah.
I am Kristen.
I am William, and I am very excited about this episode. This is an entire new season. It's been a while since we have done this.
Yeah.
I'm eager to get into the mystery because I've been reading through all the clues and everything.
Yeah.
And it's very different.
Yeah. Oh, completely.
From
well,
what
not completely,
Hunt-A-Killer,
but it's different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty different from what they've done before.
Yeah.
There's like a level of realism to this.
Yes.
That is really pleasant and kind of heavy.
It's definitely heavy. It feels cozy though. Like it's interesting that rather than the documents and clues you're looking through, they're not necessarily just the things that your friend, so the killer that you're interacting with, has sent you that are like cryptic and weird. In this box, they are court documents and actual evidence that the people in law enforcement have used in this case.
Yeah.
So it has a different feel and it's very cool. You know what? It feels fresh.
It does feel fresh. It's like a fresh take.
Yeah.
But it's also very like detective-y.
Yeah, totally.
You know, in previous seasons, there's been this real undercurrent of horror, like you're talking to...
Like Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah. And in this is really put on your detective hat.
Right.
It's time for you to, like, roll up your sleeves and solve a good old-fashioned murder mystery.
Exactly. And they're like pieces that line up together. But the fact that it is a mystery tells us that there's something wrong with those pieces.
Right.
So it's very interesting. Yeah.
I feel like I've already noted a couple things that are odd in the evidence already. But I do want to say, as we're getting started here, please consider, if you have not already, going to huntakiller.com to sign up for a subscription of your very own. You could be in the mystery with us. Yeah,
and by with us, we kind of mean literally, because we do these unboxing videos live, in case you're watching it recorded later, and you'll hear and see we talk to the chat and people who have worked on the box a lot to kind of get guidance and see if we're like hot or cold or whatever. So you really can like play along with us if you get the boxes.
Absolutely. So that's at huntakiller.com. Sign up. Get a box of your own. They do really amazing stuff, and every subscription even funds the Cold Case Foundation.
Yes. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's something that we haven't really talked about in these videos before, but that is a remarkable thing to do.
Yeah, the Cold Case Foundation works to close open cases, but also more than that, they support family members of victims of crime with therapy and lots of different resources. So it's a really, really awesome thing, and it makes you kind of like a conscious consumer of this stuff rather than somebody who's just like obsessed with true crime and taking it in, or crime in general, which is sweet. You're actually like participating in a way that's helpful.
Yeah. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And the last thing that I want to say before we really dig into the clues, first of all, spoiler alert, beware of that.
Yes.
But also, there's something that we haven't done one of these videos for Hunt-A-Killer in a little while. And there's something that the company has done within the past few months that is really exciting and different. And I'm not sure that everybody knows about it, but I really want you all to be able to dig into this. Hunt-A-Killer started a podcast network. So right now, available right this second, if you go to skylarkmedia.com, you can check out shows from the minds behind Hunt-A-Killer. Like this one right here. Check out American Hysteria. This is our latest show that we've released, hosted by Chelsea Weber Smith, who you may have been talking to all this time without even realizing.
Yes.
It is an incredible show. It's taking a deep dive look at those moments in our history when all of a sudden we have the same psychosis and we all go after strangers.
Right.
Stranger danger. Beware. The concept of your Halloween candy having a razor blade in it. Or being poisoned. Why did that happen?
Yeah, just this kind of like innate American paranoia that we're all just like, oh yeah, that's a thing. It's not always rooted in total truth.
Right.
And so she's taking a look at that. It's awesome.
It's so good. There's also shows like Feminist Folklore, hosted by Carly and Rachel, which is awesome. It's taking a look at actual like stories that I have never heard.
Oh, it's awesome. I love it.
Really deep dives on mythological stories and sort of a modern
like interpretation of them.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, and it's just really clever things that I know a fair bit about horror and stuff and mythology. They talk about things I've never heard of before. It's
Totally.
Euphomet with Jim Perry,
Yep.
where he goes around to haunted locations and interviews people that have had experiences with the paranormal.
It is so good. People have, and I think it's just like such a good, like quick log line for it because it makes you understand what it is right away. It's like paranormal, This American Life, basically. Like it's really well produced. There's like really cool music, really thoughtful interviews. And it also kind of similar to American Hysteria is looking at things in sort of a different way than just the surfacey thing and like taking people at their word and understanding them, even if what they're talking about sounds maybe a little out there or something.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's so good. And then there's also Blackwood, which I haven't had an opportunity to talk to Hunter Killer subscribers about.
I know.
Before,
I can't believe it. Right.
I wrote a show. Hunter Killer gave me an amazing opportunity to write a fictional horror fiction podcast to have it produced. And we did it. It's done. It's out there. You can listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, you can binge it. People
right now,
love a binge.
Yeah, if you've never checked it out before, you get to have the Netflix experience with it. All the episodes are out right this second. It's about 3 teenagers who start an investigation into a local monster called the Blackwood Bugman. It's essentially what would happen if Kristen and I started to track down the Jersey Devil.
Yeah, essentially.
Like that. Except we know from the outset that their investigation doesn't work out in their favor.
I was about to say, I hope it wouldn't be like that if we were tracking the Jersey Devil because some troubling things go down.
No, it definitely
Stuff doesn't go so great for these kids. That's not even a spoiler. You know that at the outset.
Yeah. But so Blackwood, I can't believe they gave me the opportunity. It was amazing. I wrote all 6 episodes. I went out to LA for the recording sessions.
Yeah.
Ian Coletti from AMC's Preacher is in it. It was directed by Mark Freiberger. There are amazing, insanely talented people that worked really hard on this show.
This is like a full-blown production. It's amazing. It's a straight-up like audio play drama thing. It's so good.
All 6 episodes are out right now, and if you go to skylarkmedia.com, just like with every podcast that Skylark puts out there, you can find links to Apple Podcasts, all podcast apps, and with Blackwood in particular, literally the team at Hunter Killer created bonus content.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite parts of the whole thing. I love the actual podcast, obviously, but this bonus content is so cool. And you're right. I can't believe we haven't talked about the podcasts on the Hunter Killer show before. But like, if you're into Hunter Killer, you're going to be very into this bonus material because it's very, very, very similar to the clues in the boxes as far as like quality and authenticity and just like giving you something extra to look into and read into. Like you could be zooming in on all of these things and seeing what they say. It rules. So, I mean, you could look at all this stuff on the Skylark Media website, skylarkmedia.com, before you even listen to Blackwood. It's fine. Like, it's really awesome.
Yeah, and I will say that if I wasn't, I wrote actual additional materials for the show that flesh out things that you never hear in the podcast itself. So you can get an expanded experience of Blackwood by taking a look at the bonus material.
Yeah.
And it was also my first opportunity to work directly with the amazing team that produces these series, Hunter Killer and Empty Faces. I have now worked with these people. They are insanely talented, and they would send me things. They'd be like, okay, here's this. Do you want to tell me if that's okay or not? And every time they sent me something, I was like, okay.
Is that okay? Is that okay?
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Completely insane.
So yeah, please check out Blackwood. I really hope that you will enjoy it. It was super fun to work on, and you can get the entire experience right now on Apple Podcasts, everything else. Go to Skylark Media to get all of these shows.
Yeah, they all rule.
Yeah, I'm going to stop tooting my own horn. I'm going to go back to tooting others. All of the people that work at Hunter Killer are insanely talented and skilled and passionate.
Yeah.
And it comes through. Not only in the boxes like the one that we're going to take a look at, I swear, right now, but on Skylark Media, the new endeavors, the new podcasts, you're going to love them.
Yeah,
I promise.
You really will. We're not great liars.
No.
So
yeah.
It's really true.
All right. And yeah, all right. Without any further ado,
let's do it.
Let's do it. It's time to talk about Hunter Killer Vindication, Episode 1. Yeah. And right away, that means that we are talking about murder, sort of a double murder that took place. It's hard to suss out what really happened.
Yeah.
But essentially, Penelope Hartwell is now located in Listening Friends of America, our old friends, our old pen pal organization.
Felix is back in the mix.
Absolutely. Penelope Hartwell is a patient at what they call their second chance facility. What this is for people that have stand accused of horrific crimes,
Right.
but may have a shot at being reintegrated into society.
Yeah, it's kind of almost like a criminal halfway house, it seems like.
Yeah, absolutely. What Penny stands accused of is of murdering her husband, who seems to have accidentally killed their son.
Right.
So the order of events, essentially, top level, are Penny was painting
Yep.
in another room of the house, heard a gunshot, came running. Her son, Gregory, was dead on the floor. Her husband, Kenny, who had been cleaning his gun, accidentally fired a bullet at him,
Yeah.
killing the kid.
Yeah. That's what's agreed upon by pretty
Everyone
much
agrees.
everybody involved. After that, things split.
Yes, fuzzy, gray. Did Penny murder her husband in a rage? Did he commit suicide? Or did she somehow, in a way that wasn't quite her fault,
Right.
did she kill him and does not remember?
Right.
Is she a murderer who's lying? Or is she somebody who is...
Genuinely kind of went into a state where they weren't responsible for what they were doing and doesn't remember it and maybe covered that up with another memory to sort of protect herself in her own mind.
Right. So we have at our disposal. Let's go ahead and throw some of this stuff up
Yep.
on the screen because it's rad. We've got at our disposal a number of clues. We've got a letter from Penny herself to us where she's essentially saying, they want me to write to you to make me feel better or whatever, but I don't know if I believe in any of this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm having a weird experience here at the Second Chance facility. She's surrounded by other people that have been found guilty of violent crimes.
Yeah. Yep.
And she's afraid. And then on top of that, we also have this, an envelope put together by the lawyer assigned to her case to essentially make the argument for why she should be allowed to reintegrate into society.
Right.
Why she's capable of being saved. And this, I think, is where the bulk of the information that we're going to be talking about comes in.
Yeah, lots of court files and files of doctors who've spoken to her, evidence like looking at the literal entry and exit points of the gunshots on the bodies of her son Gregory and her husband Kenneth.
Yep.
So yeah, lots to dig into there. It's a really kind of nice big packet. That's only one part of it.
Yeah. And you can see here, and I just want to point out a couple things. I don't want to. It'd be really easy to get lost in the sauce here and go clue by clue. So I just want to say a couple things that I think that I picked up. From looking at the evidence, and then we can decide. I don't know where to go because there are also websites and everything to check out and further information beyond what was in the box.
Right.
Kristen and I only read the actual clues we had at our disposal.
Yeah, we didn't go into the websites or anything yet.
So here's something that I thought was interesting. This is the autopsy report for Kenneth, her husband. And it occurred to me, and I don't know what it means, but you can see here they've got this diagram of the victim. And so you can see the entry point was on his right temple.
Right.
And the exit wound is behind his left ear. That would mean the trajectory of the bullet is on a downward angle.
Yeah, completely.
Which is strange.
That's a very awkward angle for a person to shoot themselves. You would have to, so it'd be this side, but you'd have to come up like this.
Yeah. He'd have to be kneeling or sitting or something, which is not impossible.
Right.
He's 5'9", so he's not super tall, but he's also not short. I think it's just something maybe to pay attention to when we get other information like Penny's height, stuff like that.
Right. Well, she said, so Penny has, even just in these files, conflicting versions of what happened.
Yeah.
In one of them, she says that she came in, and when she came in, that Kenneth raised the gun and shot himself.
Yeah.
The other version is that she says that she came into the room and they were already both dead. That Gregory was on the floor and Kenneth was sitting at a desk and was dead already. So if we kind of combine the ideas of the state and maybe her account, maybe Kenneth was sitting down at the desk when she came in and shot him, because then she would be at an upward angle above him where she could come in like that.
Yeah, yeah. And something that's not really being discussed so far. And granted, we have a ways to go. This is episode 1. I believe we have 6 boxes with this as well, so we'll get additional information. But it's interesting just from the outset to try to figure out where the gaps in knowledge are for us.
I have a funny anecdote about gaps in knowledge.
Okay.
So as you can see, William scans all the clues and you can like see them on your screen and everything. And so I read through the clues that William sent me. So I wasn't looking at the physical items. When I read through everything, I was on the computer. The way that I was clicking through them in the software, through the court cases, it was going page 1, 3, 5, 4. So I was like, I wonder what's missing here. What don't they want us to see? And then I was like, all right, so I guess we're gonna have to remember 2, 6, 8. Like there's something up with these even numbers. And then I was clicking through and it brought me to the thing. And I was like, no, I just read it jumbled.
It's probably like arranged in the folder by date uploaded.
It must have been. Yeah. But I was all smug, like, I see what they've done here. And it's wrong.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, it's not your fault.
But like, so why wouldn't she have heard a gunshot at all?
Mm-hmm.
Like in the version of the story that she tells, I think it's in the letter that she wrote to us personally. The yellow page.
Yeah.
I think this is the one where she's like, I ran into the, no. Okay, good. She did say this.
Yeah.
It was all so fast. I heard the first shot from my studio out back. I ran into the house to Kenny's study and stopped dead at the doorway. Right there on the other side of the threshold was our son. Poor little Gregory. The gun must have gone off when his daddy was cleaning.
Right.
I looked through tears at Kenny and he was lifting the gun to his head. I was terrified. That moment, can you imagine? I had just lost my son and I was about to lose my husband. I ran over to him to try and grab it out of his hands, but Kenny was possessed. He had some kind of devil in his eyes, some kind of sad, hopeless devil tempting him to end it all. We struggled for a second before he pulled the trigger and I was left alone. Yeah. So in this one, she's part of the actual struggle.
Right.
Maybe then it's in the interview she has with someone.
It is.
Where she says that she went into the room and they were both dead.
Already dead, right?
Do you have, like, right now, this might be fun to do because we'll continue to
see if I have a theory.
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet. I'm not totally sure. I want to say off the bat because I'm curious about what your thoughts are.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not answering your question. I'm going all over the place. Okay. I apologize.
No, it's fine. I think this is like a sprawling...
Yes. This is a sprawling mystery.
It is. And it's all... I like also that it... we definitely got puzzles, like immediate puzzles to solve and stuff. Yep. But a lot of this is almost just like...
theorizing, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I enjoy. Mm-hmm. So I want to see what you think of this. I feel like her personality between her interview with Dr. Kohler and even just the way she talks is really different from the way she talks and writes in the yellow letter.
Oh.
Like she's all kind of like cutesy and pumpkin and I wouldn't hurt a fly. I'd feel terrible if I stepped on an anthill. Like there are lots of like kindas and whatevers.
Yeah.
And then she speaks in a more just kind of like, I don't know, I would say precise way, but she doesn't have the same kinds of flourishes and ticks to her speaking as she does in the letter. I feel like like the person who's talking to Dr. Kohler or whatever seems a lot different to me from the person who wrote us the yellow letter.
That's a very interesting observation.
And so that also, so what they diagnose her with is some sort of, I don't remember how you pronounce it.
Schizophrenia.
Yeah, they call it schizoaffective disorder, I think it is how they phrase it.
Yeah.
And before, or maybe it doesn't matter how I piece it together, but I was thinking like, okay, where are they getting that from? Like there's nothing in her interview with Dr. Kohler that's like suggesting that really.
Right.
And then maybe the contrast between the way she is with Dr. Kohler and she's in that yellow letter is a little bit of a clue or a nod toward that. And we'll find out more about how that diagnosis came to be in later
maybe
boxes.
Because it also seemed abrupt. Mm-hmm. So her interview with the doctor, she gets annoyed, and I think rightfully at a certain point, because she's like, you're picking apart.
Yeah, she seems like pretty reasonable.
It's hard not to relate to that, because she's like, he goes, do you hallucinate? Or do you drift off while you're painting? And she's like, I guess. I mean, I maybe daydream a little bit. He's like, so when you're daydreaming, are you seeing these things? And she's like, well, it's a daydream.
Yeah, it's just like like everybody does, right?
And he's like, so when you're having these visions, and she's like, what are you talking about? Like, you're making it sound worse than it actually is. Like, it's hard not to relate to that.
Totally.
But then for his findings to be paranoid schizophrenia, on the one hand, I immediately was like, oh, so he took like an intellectual leap that he shouldn't have. But you're right. Maybe we don't have all of the information at our disposal.
Right. Like, I wonder if there's another interview with Dr. Collar where she acts a lot different or something like that.
Yeah,
and we just don't know about it yet.
Super cool. And especially the difference in the way she speaks in both letters.
Yeah.
So there's this, one of the documents
Yes, I like this.
is about the defendant. You know, that we have a lot of like court case documents and stuff. And so they're giving sort of like information about her.
Yeah.
Does she have children? What's her ethnicity? Are her parents living? Highest level of education? And then question 10. Was any evidence presented regarding an IQ score of the defendant? Yes. What were the results? Above 100, which is the highest possible option.
Right.
So is she able to mask herself?
Yeah.
Or is she presenting different versions of herself?
Yeah, she could be faking an insanity defense.
Right.
Right.
Well, but not even just that. Like, I wonder if she's like a Zelig, where she's like matching the person that she's talking to, or knows the right way to manipulate them.
Okay.
So with the doctor, she's very direct. And at one point, they're talking about Penny, and she's like, do you know the difference between surrealism and realism?
Yeah.
He's like, no. Like, she will say that to him, but to us, she'll say pumpkin and stuff because she's buttering us up.
Yeah.
She has no reason to butter him up.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's definitely something to think about.
Yeah.
So anyway, what I think happened, I'm not totally sure. Things that I'm taking into account are the fact that it seems like she didn't want to have a kid.
Yeah.
So it's not out of the realm of possibility that she could have murdered Gregory and Kenneth.
Yeah, because that's not even something anyone's talking about.
Well, the thing that's weird, the thing that's weird to me is that it says somewhere that like everybody has agreed that, like we said, like, and when we say everybody, we mean like the cops, that everybody have agreed that yes, Kenneth accidentally shot Gregory.
Right.
And then their theory, like they all take that as fact. And why? There's no witness to that other than Penny.
I know. Yeah.
So,
gap
like,
in information?
Yeah.
Or is it like...
Right. Are we going to find out why they think that later?
Yeah,
you
because
know?
I even tried to do the same thing looking at the autopsy report of Gregory, like to try to like see the wound and everything. And see if there's anything that we can glean from it.
Yeah.
But it's not like you can really tell directionality. There's no exit wound.
Right.
So you can't even go entry point to exit wound.
Yeah, and
to
like
figure
see.
out
Yeah, the angle.
So it's just maybe straight dead on. So like they must have some...
Yeah.
He was shot from 6 feet away.
Right.
So there's enough vagary.
Right.
It must be a question that's raised in a future box.
I think so,
be, right?
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think what's like interesting about this box and maybe like the new direction of this particular season or series or whatever is that it feels like we have like there's so much information that it's easy for me to jump to being like, well, we have all the information in front of us. We just need to piece it together. But we don't. This is part 1 of 6.
Yeah, we've got gaps in our knowledge.
Yeah. So with what I have right now, I guess I think that Penny killed Gregory and her husband.
She killed them both.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm not even 100% on that, but I, lean that way. I think that like, I can't tell if Kenneth's sister is somebody who I should be casting an eye at or not, or if it was just that she kind of has Penny's number because she's interviewed in court documents.
Abigail Hartwell.
Yep. And there's also emails between her and Kenny, and you can tell that like she's not into to Penny at all.
Yeah, does not like Penny.
No, but also Kenny seems like a little bit of like a limp noodle who can get like bossed around by both of them.
Limp noodle.
So-
Yeah, he's kind of a drift.
Yeah.
What should I do?
Yeah, like he asks his sister for advice on a disagreement that he's been having with Penny, where there's Greg, the son, has a baseball game coming up, and Penny wants to go to an art expo to show some of her paintings somewhere.
Yeah.
And he's like, am I wrong in thinking that she should kind of come to the baseball game? And Angela, his sister, is like, no, she should go to the game. And what you should say to her is blah, blah, blah. And then Kenny verbatim writes what his sister said into an email
Did it take you a
to
second
Penny.
to catch that?
No.
It took me a second because I read his email first, and at a certain point, this is the email he sent to his wife. So he's saying like, why would you go all the way to Austin to show off your art when you got a loving family to admire your paintings all day? I'm sure Greg would love it if you painted something for him.
Yeah.
And then there's the next sentence starts with a quotation mark. And it goes, there are more important things in life, like family and Gregory's future. If you focused more on that, maybe you wouldn't be so unhappy. And there's no end quotation.
Right. So he just he didn't copy and paste just right. He left the quotation mark on.
Oh, it's great.
It's really awesome.
It's literally what his sister said. You should say this.
Yeah.
In quotes.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And I feel like that in itself is a good indication of the direction of this season.
Yeah.
Like subtleties.
Right, totally.
Can you pick up on the connection between these two pieces of evidence?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool.
So, man, I really don't know yet. I know that that's a theory that I have, but I also think that it seems like they're kind of snowing her a little bit, snowing Penny.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. What do you think?
I think
Charles says that it really unfolds over the next few boxes. So yeah, we definitely have to keep in mind that like this is one part of a larger story, which is hard for me to do because it's so rich.
I know. I have the other boxes in here right now. You know that.
I do know that.
They're right there.
Yeah.
I think the fun.
Oh, Taylor. Taylor said her first thought was, why do you have a gun? And then she remembered that there are countries where possession is not illegal. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's horrific, but it's part of our reality.
Yes, but no, I wish my reality was Taylor's.
So I think the fun of this is that we will occasionally get new bursts of information.
Right.
That like we're in a dark room right now, and we've got like a little flashlight.
Yeah.
The next episode, we're going to flick on a light switch and see an entire part of the room we've never seen before.
Right.
So the fun of this is making a proclamation, knowing that we could be totally wrong in the future.
Right.
So right now, I'm going to say the sister did it.
Okay.
I'm going to say the sister killed both the son and her brother. That
would be my secondary idea, that it's some sort of like jealousy thing going on. I don't know. Something feels funky with the sister.
Yeah. And
she seems very controlling over her brother, and she might not like that the situation with her brother is becoming out of her control, and that's a way to bring control.
Yeah. This is really me trying to like Babe Ruth point at the fences because there is no indication that a reason why she would have killed her nephew and her brother.
But I think we could find out more. Something already feels off about her to me. We might find out more.
But also we know that Penny goes into the room. So Penny definitely, like the things we know for guaranteed fact are that the husband and the son died in the same room and Penny showed up seconds later.
Right.
Or possibly was in it.
I was about to say, we don't know that. We only have her word. We actually don't know anything for a fact. If Penny is our only witness, and we can't necessarily trust her because she's already showed inconsistencies in her story, like I don't think we can trust anything.
Fair enough. So I'm going to say that because I have no reason to really believe it right now.
Yeah.
But if it turns out that she did it, I'm going to look like a genius.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to delete this part where I start hedging the bet. I'm just going to go,
I'm going to put it back
I already know.
I'm going to learn editing software just to make sure that Will is held accountable. Okay, so you're going to say the sister did it. I'm going to say the sister did it. I'm going to say Penny did it to both of them.
Yeah.
That Kenneth shooting the son isn't a thing that's just
Not
made
even
up.
a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is funny, but the other thing of it is like how far ahead of us is Hunt a Killer, because it seems like such an obvious step to take to be like, well, Kenneth didn't even kill the son. Like, why are they making that assumption? Maybe he did.
I know. That's the thing. That's the thing.
It's very vexing.
It's quite vexing indeed.
It's a very satisfying, tidy little mystery.
Oh, hell yeah.
I say we do this.
Yeah, I do too.
Because it's like a big.
That's what I want to do
first.
first.
Flat out don't know.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna do the paint by numbers.
Cool. Can you make it so you don't have to click up and down so we can just see the the bottom thing is like.
The only reason that
yeah, there you go.
That's even better.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Great.
Perfect.
Charles says the sister has a possible motive. Not in this box, though.
Not in this box.
Okay.
Yeah, see.
Okay.
I'm calling. I can already just sense it. I just know she's a...
No, something feels...
I just know she's a definite dirty dog.
Something feels funky with the sister.
Very confident about what I said. Do you literally want to color on the page, or do you want to try to see... Start doing it this way, and I'll try to see if we can do it on a computer, too.
You don't mind?
To show it off.
Okay.
I do mind. I tried to print out a replacement for this. I'm not kidding. I did, but...
All right, so something that I observed during our unboxing video, and I don't remember if I said it during the unboxing or whether it was just afterward with Will, is that somebody has scribbled out where some of the the printed numbers are on this. They've scribbled them out and replaced them with 3s. Right. So I'm going to just color in the 3s for now and see what that brings us, because I think that's where the message is going to be.
That seems like a decent place to start.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to see if I can zap this onto the TV screen.
Cool. And I'm gonna do it messily. Nobody judge my coloring. I may stray from the lines.
You're gonna make a mouse.
To keep things timely.
Creston,
this is fun already.
A darned mouse.
Have you ever done like adult coloring books?
No, I have not.
I actually find it's a little counterintuitive. I find them a little bit stressful.
Okay.
So I don't do them too much.
Are they deliberately supposed to exclusively be soothing?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm quite mad.
That does have something to do with just our general psychosis.
I think so.
It's like, I have an issue.
Because I think they're supposed to be, I think what people think is going to appeal to adults is that they're so beautiful and intricate, not like bubbly things. And that's me. I'm like, I got to get in there. And there's like a million things for me to fill in. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Yeah.
The threes are supposed to be
cool.
red.
Yep.
All right, let me.
This looks like a Santa boot.
I don't think doing it on a computer is going to work.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, because it's like individual.
I'm really jamming here, Will, so don't even worry about it.
All right, well, then I'm going to get you set up on the screen so that people can
Okay.
look at you go.
Don't judge me. Look at you go. Okay.
Let's see. Box view. Watch Kristen's handiwork.
Yeah.
Or should I just go freehand with this? Yeah, give me 1 second here.
Okay. So I'm just coloring in the ones right now that it looks like somebody edited to be threes. Although maybe that they're supposed to be connected to larger threes then, because this is all threes. You know what? I'm just going to do this for now, and then we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we can see through
Right.
what you're doing, you know, like...
Right, if there's any... Because, like, what I'm saying is these are all edited to be threes. There are a ton of threes here as well, so I don't know if I should color those in or not, but I'm
Yeah.
just not going to at first, just in case.
Maybe do the real threes like a shade lighter.
Right.
You know?
I'm just going to do these bad boys for now.
Yeah, Jen says yay for lefties.
Oh, thank you, Jen. Are you a lefty, I assume, then?
Yeah.
So you also get pencil and pen all over your GD hand?
Have you ever considered just writing in a notebook completely backwards? You know what I mean? Like if you start a bullet journal.
Yep.
Have you done that at all?
No, I used to, like when I was in school and stuff. But no, it like the journals that I use now are like too thick where it'd feel like funny. With just a regular spiral bound notebook, it's like flat enough that it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Fair enough. It is weird that it looks like what she did to this is make it so that like parts of the tree are red.
I know, there must
Like
be...
the coconuts are red.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to try to be a better cameraman.
Oops. I went a little into it too, guys. I'm going to go ahead and apologize right now.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
It's Kristen's birthday. She just turned 35. She still can't color in the lines.
I can't or I won't. Maybe I'm a bad girl. I'm a rebel.
Girl. Yeah. All right, there are a lot of threes. You keep working on that, and I'll check in a little bit.
Yeah, why don't you do the website?
Yeah. Oh, good call.
Yeah.
Yeah. While Kristen's working on that, this is like the Pee Wee Christmas special where he leaves those people.
Pee-wee's? Oh yeah, it is.
Right, like he has
Annette
them.
Funicello and what's his name?
I don't know what his name
Shit,
is.
what is his name? Oh, excuse me. What is Annette Funicello's best friend's name?
You know I don't know. Oh, you know what I am gonna do?
They were like a team.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to show this because I don't want to give away my email.
Okay.
But Kingsley Lawrence.
Yeah.
Everybody, I'm going to set you up for a little side quest, if you will. Find all the times that Hunt a Killer has used the name Kingsley.
Oh, that's a fun side quest.
Because I'm noticing it appearing as of late.
Yeah.
It may have appeared on something I worked on as well. That's a little a nudge in the right direction. But I keep seeing the name Kingsley everywhere.
Huh.
You know the way, like original, like way back in the day, Hunt a Killer stuff, they'd have a newspaper article that was like a horse was found in a pool.
Yeah.
It was always an odd animal found in a place with water.
Yeah.
The new thing seems to be hiding the word Kingsley in as many places as possible.
That's really funny.
I'm only guessing. I have not asked anybody down there, but I wonder if you can find it. Or if you can find all those instances of weird animals in water. Or both. I'd like to know every time that happened.
All right, so far, I'm just going to tell you, this is shaping up to be a me. M-E.
Oh, my.
So let's see what we got going on up top. This is L, maybe another E.
Awesome. All right, so it's going to spell something.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is, what I was starting to say, is I'm going to email KingsleyLawrenceLaw@gmail.com.
Oh, okay.
Right? There's
Why not?
There's a Gmail account on his business card.
Yeah.
So I'm going to write an email
Cool.
to Kingsley Lawrence Law. I'm very curious to see if we get a response.
Yeah. You think? It's worth a shot.
Not impossible, right?
No, no.
Yeah. So I'm going to do this privately. I don't want to show everybody my email.
It'll just be flooded with fan mail. Yeah, guys, please let the artist work.
It's just I appreciate all your support, everyone, but it's also a real goddamn hassle, okay? You won't leave me alone. The paparazzi's nipping at my heels. All right. I'm going to make the subject Penny Hartwell.
Cool. Now you have the Pee Wee's Crystal song stuck in my head.
I'm going to say greetings.
Did somebody in the chat, can somebody tell me who Annette Funicello's best friend is in all the movies?
In all the movies?
They were in a bunch of movies together, like beach movies and stuff, and they were in the Mickey Mouse Club.
Okay. I'm writing, greetings, Mr. Lawrence. You don't know me.
But I know you.
But I've recently come into contact with a client of yours. Penny Hartwell is my new pen pal.
Is my new best friend.
She is. Is my new pen pal, and I'm very interested in any additional information you can share with me about her case. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't viewed some of the case against her. And how do I started a sentence I don't know how to finish.
I'd be lying if I said the case against her and had my doubts. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And had my doubts. Thank you so much in advance. I greatly admire what you do.
And I love you.
Signed, Will and Kristen. P.S. Your business card is printed on wonderful cardstock.
It truly is.
And send. KingsleyLawrenceLaw@gmail.com. Spelled right? Yes. Send. All right, we'll see if we get a response from that. I don't know that we will, but we'll find out. And then, let's check out some of these websites. KingLawLaw.com. KingLawLaw.com. Kingsley Lawrence, attorney at law. Oh my God, we're going to have a photo of him. I want to reveal it for both of us at the same time. Ready?
I'm ready.
Oh!
That looks like somebody I would like defending me.
Look at that man.
That's nice. Look at that cufflink.
Oh, he is put together within an inch of his life. I want to...
Frankie Avalon. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Somebody said Frankie Valli, but that's called Christy. Yeah. And then she got it. Yep, Frankie Avalon. Thank you.
This is the man, Kingsley Lawrence, who said in his letter, "Darling, I am not some run-of-the-mill attorney. I am the best." And looking at his photograph, I can't help but agree. Somebody said, Taylor says, is there someone at Hack whose job is just to man the email? So I have to imagine no one's going to read that email.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know. It'd be awesome if somebody wrote back in character, but that would require so much work.
Yeah. And just like around the clock kind of stuff.
Oh, but look.
What?
At the bottom of the website, due to a high-profile case,
okay.
Kingsley Lawrence will not be accepting new clients at this time. Please send all business inquiries to KingsleyLawrenceLaw@gmail.com.
That's an invitation if I've ever heard one.
Oh, it absolutely... Oh, I have a response.
Oh my God, shit. Excuse me.
Kristen.
Sorry.
Potty mouth. I'm going to put this on the screen.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Hello, and thank you for your interest in the finest legal representation in Ogallala County. Unfortunately, I'm currently working on a very big, very important case, and I cannot afford the time to take on new clients. I apologize for such an impersonal response, but my focus must be with my current client through my personal lines of communication. Good luck in all your legal endeavors, Kingsley Lawrence, Esquire. Okay, so...
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe something else will come of this in the future, or maybe this is just world building.
Yeah.
You know?
Hard to say.
Interesting.
William, can you give me a pink?
A pink?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I can.
Because I've completed the regular 3s, and it seems like it basically spells help me.
Yeah, that's
but
what
with
it's
some
like.
kind of gaps, and I'm intrigued by all the 3s that are supposed to be here. You can obviously it looks like it's just gonna be very
mushy,
but I still want to take a look.
Yeah, it's got to be help me, but yeah, let's...
Yeah, it's totally helped me.
That must
I
have
just
been
want to
fun
make
design.
sure. Yeah, totally. I just want to make sure there's nothing that we could possibly be missing. So this is all going to be a P.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just a very big P, basically.
Awesome. Well, yeah, it's going to be rad to look at it also.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, totally.
Help me. So that really suggests...
Right.
Oh, and this is funny too. I wanted to take a look at, because there are addresses all over the place in this in this series as well that I was very surprised by. So Kingsley Lawrence's listed address for Lawrence Law. I searched for it and it only comes back to this page. So I don't know if this road even exists.
Yeah, it makes sense. A bunch of rabid hunter killer detectives all showing up at some place.
I know, but yeah, I don't know. I was curious to see if there was some connection, like things we could do with a map.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's still not impossible. I'm gonna
No, not impossible.
Haddon, Texas. Let's see. And Haddon makes me think of Haddonfield, by the way.
Oh, same. I was gonna say something about. Yeah, I know all about the swearing tonight, Diana. It must be my birthday. It's gotten in my head. Sorry about that. I know you guys probably don't care, but I try not to. Yeah. If you're bothered by it, actually, let me know. I used to be pretty good at curtailing it when I worked at a salon. I've lost that a little bit, but I could definitely, if it bothers anybody, it's not a big deal.
That's funny. Looking for Haddon, Texas, only brought me to
Supercuts.
Jersey. You know that Haddonfield is.
Yeah, Haddonfield and Voorhees have a sign where it's right next to each other. Is that fun?
It's rad.
Let me see.
The whole damn globe.
Yeah, Laura said some of the 3s are just part of the pick. Okay.
Look at this.
Not bothered. Okay, good. I'm still gonna try not to, really.
Chris, what
Oh,
I got going
wow,
on?
that's neat.
Look at that.
Hey, Taquana. She says that who is his client? I just joined your live. I watched all your videos, and your Brosis duo was awesome.
Hey,
thank you, Taquana.
thank you so
That's
much.
awesome.
Thank you. I'm really glad you enjoy them.
If you guys wouldn't mind catching up Taquana in the chat, just a very, very short little synopsis of what the plot is and who his client was, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
you don't have to go nuts, but just so she knows.
His client, I'll just say quickly
brief,
on the way to other stuff that it's Penny Hartwell, who stands accused of murdering her husband after he seemingly accidentally killed their son. And so we're trying to determine if that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I was just making a better E.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay.
Not to be
No.
Everything has its place, Kristen.
Absolutely.
Don't you understand?
Absolutely.
It looks like Haddon, Texas isn't even a real place.
Oh, okay.
Which is a tidy way of...
Yeah, keeping any confusion down.
Yeah. There's a Haddon Street. But that's in Houston, Texas.
Okay. So, confirmed. Penny has sent us a clue in the form of her paint by numbers thing, where when you fill it out, it says, help me.
Yeah.
So she crossed out other things to make them 3s so that it would form the letters in red.
Which is very clever.
Yeah.
It's also, by the
That's gonna
way,
work.
not necessarily...
Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
you have to take my word for it.
Glare.
Yeah.
I could, you know what I could do just to get it seen is this. Help me.
Help me.
But it's funny because this in and of itself is also not necessarily evidence that she didn't do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, she could have...
Yeah.
She could still be completely deluded
Oh, totally.
and do this.
Right.
A relaxing day at the beach indeed.
Doesn't sound like it.
That was rad. That's
Yeah.
cool. I like that.
Yeah, me too. I love that.
So while you were busy doing that, I procrastinated and I didn't look up many of the websites.
Yeah.
All I did was look up KingsleyLawLaw.com.
Okay.
Now, before we move on...
It's Kingsley Law?
Yeah, Kingsley Lawrence Law.
Oh, King Law.
Because
like
there's-
Bob Lob.
I know.
Bob,
Bob Loblaw's Law Blog.
Yeah.
Oh, Laura says you may want to note locations and numbers mentioned in the documents.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
All right,
Do that.
sweet.
There doesn't seem to be anything on the website at the moment. I don't know if
Okay.
that will always be the case, but I'm just looking for anything that may secretly be lurking.
Right.
Looks like there are hidden links. Or no, is this all one wide image? Yeah. That's weird. The KL is super wide, but very short. Okay. And it just reroutes back to itself. The other thing is we've got on another clue.
Yeah, we could go to listeningfriendsofamerica.org/second chance.
Cool. Because we're familiar with the original site.
Yeah.
Let's
Learn a little bit about Second Chance.
Oh, does this all... Are these the same links as usual? I think so. Okay.
Maybe.
Listening Friends of America, Second Chance. The Second Chance program is a subsidiary initiative of Listening Friends of America. We are committed to making a difference in the lives of those with the drive and potential to change. Our mission, anyone can be redeemed. Oh, I also thought it was interesting that they have like a special setup with Texas, right? Like that.
Yeah.
Because even in the court documents, when she's sentenced to be released into the Second Chance program.
Right.
Like, it's all baked into the...
Yeah, completely in the system.
Yeah. Our unique program helps identify low-risk offenders who have the potential to live healthy, productive lives if they're given proper treatment and support. When a candidate is selected, they're transferred to one of our secure facilities where they receive intensive psychological counseling, workforce reentry training, life skill assistance, and other resources to assist with a successful transition back into society. Some success stories. 3 former patients, Corey J. No one understood that I needed help, not punishment, but Second Chance did. They connected me with the treatment and support I needed to heal and become a productive member of society. And that's essentially what these all...
Yeah. And so they have some partners. Are those links or anything? Or probably not, right?
I don't know. There's got to be something here.
Yeah.
Lawrence Law is listed on here in the partners section. Brighter Horizons, Center for Change. I wonder if we could look these up. None of them are jumping out at me.
Will, have you played Assassin's Creed?
I think I played maybe a little bit of the first one. It didn't quite grip me. It replaced Prince of Persia, which bummed me out. You understand.
I understand.
Jacobs Johansson Psychiatric. Francis and Francis.
I know, I thought that one was funny.
I'm going to look up this law form.
Can you do that thing where you can see if there are any links on the page? You know what I mean?
This will show like anything that might be hidden.
Right.
Highlighting literally everything on the page.
Okay.
Finding links is trickier. It's like literally just combing through. But it'd be worth doing that real quick. Because, I feel like something's got to be hidden here.
Yeah, because I'm not sure where to go from here.
Does it? Oh, it just says at the bottom.
It's just at the bottom. It's like they're stationary.
There might be other like addresses and stuff to look at, though.
Let's see.
Project Greta A. DeAndre Phillips, great name.
Yeah, it's a really good name.
I got the Facebook page. I'm going to go to that, too. I haven't looked at that in a while.
See if there's anything in here to look at.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not detecting any secret links.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I don't think so. So, why is Corey J, Greta A, but DeAndre Phillips? Yeah, I noticed that. It is weird to have abbreviations of last names for these two and then have the full name.
Yeah.
Maybe these two people didn't want to release their...
Yeah, maybe they want to remain somewhat anonymous.
Yeah.
But it is an inconsistency.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Kiali says Texas still has the death penalty. Yeah, I think they were really gunning for her to get the death penalty at some point. Locations and numbers. So maybe we could do the locations and numbers.
But do what with them?
I don't know, just like have them on hand.
Yeah.
Like maybe they'll pay off now or maybe they'll pay off in the future.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. I also have everything in that larger file broken out by type. So like going through the file, this is the sentencing order.
Yep.
So it should be somewhat easy to like even things like the case numbers. It would be easy for that to turn into white noise, and I wonder if
that was something I was wondering about actually, because I feel like I noticed an inconsistency with that somewhere. Let me see.
It's the same on the sentencing order and the charge of court to the jury. I also thought it was interesting. So this.
Oh, I was wrong. You know what? I was thinking that because I recognize, I mean, not really remember, but like I kind of took note of the case number, and then I noticed that at the bottom of Penny's letter, it's a different number, but it's her patient number that's different, not the case number. So never mind.
Okay, all right.
Oh, Laura, thank you. Laura says check out the website mentioned by the sister-in-law. I think it was. Thank you.
Sister-in-law would be this longer doll.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or in her email.
Yeah, maybe in her email.
Yeah.
Okay, so let the email will be easier to.
And Charles says, is the tribute page in this box like guest book thing? No. Must be in a later box.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Okay.
Oh, Laura, so when you say, yeah, Charles, that's the page I was mentioning, do you mean, is that where the website from the sister is that you're talking about? Because we don't have that in this box.
Yeah, I was wondering if maybe it was in the email and I didn't notice it or something.
Yeah, I think it might be something from a later box.
Yeah, they talk about.
I feel like I would have noticed that in the middle of her testimony.
Yeah.
Although I was reeling from thinking that there were pages missing and that I was going to have to piece together.
Right. Let's see. Medical expert. Thought it was interesting in her testimony when the defense attorney started talking to her. The defense attorney really sucked.
Oh yeah, totally.
I think so too.
Yeah,
like was really aggressive and was really like, so you're not a mental health professional, right?
Right. Yeah.
So you wouldn't be able to tell if somebody had mental illness.
Yeah, he was
right?
a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Kingsley's letter, not the court documents.
Okay, I am.
I love the Kingsley letter.
Me too.
Recently
Kingsley has shades. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I've recently really been obsessing about organization. Hunter Killer started selling a murder board.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
But I've been really obsessing with like the documents themselves.
Yeah.
So like,
what do you mean lately? You always.
Yeah, but look, like I've got like a nice clean background now.
It is
has
nice.
Like a
It
weird
is nice.
Scan line thing through it.
I did notice that.
Scan front and back, even though there's nothing on the back of this document. I just like the texture. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. I see what they're talking about. When you said tribute page, I thought you meant a physical page. So there's a PS to the letter. He says, you should be aware that the public opinion of you is quite divided right now. No thanks to your sister-in-law. See hartwellmemorial.com. We have to work on changing that.
That's right.
Thank you guys.
I forgot about that. I knew there was something else, but it was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. Well, now it's on the tip of your fingers.
Memorial.com. In memory of Kenneth and Gregory Hartwell.
All right. Evander Holyfield. Man, I didn't know they were friends. There's a quote. It is not the size of a man, but the size of his heart that matters. Is that a dig on him being short? Because he's not short. He's 5'9". I'm just kidding.
But his heart must be even bigger than 5'9".
Boy, that's quite a heart.
A sizable heart.
Yeah.
Kenneth Hartwell, known to his family and friends as Kenny, age 36, left this world along with his son, Gregory, age 9. Born to Kenneth Sr. and Donna Hartwell, Kenny was the younger brother of Angela. Kenny attended Ogalessa High, where he led the baseball team to regional victories 4 years running. After graduation, he traveled for a while before taking a job at the family's used car dealership, Hartwell Motors. He married his high school sweetheart, Penelope, and after several years of trying for children, their son Gregory was born. This is highlighting something that I forgot to talk about as well.
Yes.
They were trying to have a kid forever. Penny blamed Kenny, kept sending him to like a fertility specialist.
Yeah.
And then eventually, finally, their son was born.
I'm not sure I trust it.
Suspicious.
Yeah. I think Penny might have been on the pill or something.
Stepping out.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought maybe Gregory is not his.
No, didn't it turn out to be that Kenny, his sperm was fine? Right?
Yeah, something like that. But like, I don't know. There's something.
No, I think that he got checked and like, it was all good. So then it was like, well, what's the problem then?
Oh, okay.
I think.
I don't think I made that leap. I made the leap of like
that
she did something else. She was sleeping with somebody else.
No, I think that she kind of wanted to live an independent lifestyle. So she was like taking the pill or something and not telling him.
Either way, I think that Gregory is maybe the crux of the problem that she had.
Yeah.
There's some battle over Gregory.
Right. The battle for Gregory.
The battle for Gregory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. World War Gregory. Kenny was well liked by all who knew him. He made friends wherever he went, whether it was on the sales lot at Hartwell Motors or at Gregory's Little League, which he coached since Gregory was in the T-ball program. I was in T-ball.
Ah.
I quit.
I'm about to say, for how long?
Very quickly.
Yeah.
A devoted husband and a loving father, he would do anything for his family. Gregory was a sweet and thoughtful child who loved nature and dreamed of being an entomologist when he grew up. They called him Bug.
Yeah.
And he also kept finding bugs under rocks.
Yeah. So it was like holding them up on a walk or something like that.
He is a bug.
Yeah. Little bug.
He's a little bug. He's even wearing brown like a little bug.
Yeah.
He was much beloved by his father and aunt. Yeah,
that's
suspicious.
interesting. Something I'm also interested in that could be nothing. Can you scroll up a little bit?
Yeah.
It seriously could be nothing, but something I wonder about. I just go down to his picture, I should have said. I wonder if we're ever going to see an expanded version of this picture and it's him and his sister, not him and his wife or something like that.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
You're right, because it's suspiciously cut off.
Right.
Good call. Good
we'll
foreshadowing.
See. I wonder.
Yeah. And then they're going to expand this photo too, and it's him sitting next to
a bug.
A bug.
Yeah. A bug.
One bug.
Yeah.
Kenny and Gregory are survived by Kenneth Sr., Donna, and Angela Hartwell. Penelope is also still.
Oof. I mean, how else do you handle it, I guess? What are you going to say?
That's a hell
if,
of
like,
a thing.
If the belief publicly and ostensibly if the whole family believes that Penelope did it, what do you do? I guess you just don't mention it.
Yeah, you just don't mention it. You don't put in a sentence that is Penelope is also still living.
Yay.
Yipes.
Shade of it all.
Funeral services for Kenny and Gregory were held at Foyle's Funeral Home in Haddon, Texas. In lieu of flowers, donations may be made to the Gregory Hartwell Memorial Fund, established to provide nature education for children in underserved communities in Texas.
That's nice.
This page is a memorial for my beloved brother and nephew, who were both taken from us too soon. Positive reminiscences and comments are welcome, but if you think you understand better than we do what happened that day, just do our family a favor and keep your hurtful opinions to yourself so we can grieve in peace. So I'm guessing that this was a hot bed of...
maybe in the memories section or something. Yeah, tributes. Whew.
Yeah.
Whew.
Who boy.
Looking forward to this.
Memories. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family, Doug and Nancy. Mm-hmm. Was there a Doug in this? Am I nuts?
I don't remember.
Am I nuts? Stay strong, Angela. Kenny and little baby Gregory will be waiting for you. I just want to do a quick comb for names we know.
Sure.
Hold on, Dave A. Give me. Wait. Where did I reuse a website? No. Okay. Greta A.
Yeah.
Are former patients commenting on this all over the place? Okay.
Well, something that she commented on in her letter, in Penny's letter, was about how it just seemed kind of like out of place and a weird thing to say that all the computers are in the same place. So everybody who writes to a listening friend from Second Chance all writes in the same area, and there are guards who stand guard in that area or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that little factoid, coupled with the person from Second Chance, whatever their name is, Maritza, talking about how the program works, saying that they comb things for flagged items or whatever. I was like, all right, so I don't know, just the proximity of staff and other people to the people writing the letters is something to maybe keep an eye on, that they could be like perhaps edited in some way, whether it's taking away or putting things in.
Yeah, no, that's a great point, especially because these are all seemingly, potentially guilty people.
Right. All together.
And like this is also mentioned as being like a super capacity center.
Yeah.
Am I right on that?
Yep, you are.
Super capacity center.
Right.
So there are like a lot of them.
Quite big, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to do a quick comb to see if we...
Oop. Oh, no, not name, just...
What?
What Dave A. said.
Wow, Angie, I know he's your brother and everything, but anyone who could kill their own child, even accidentally, doesn't deserve your sympathy. I thought I knew you, but I guess not.
Yeah, Dave A. coming in with a hard line.
Killing your child is unforgivable, and I hope Kenneth Hartwell is burning in hell for what he has done. Okay, that's even a level that I hadn't considered that people might be.
No, same.
Interesting.
Does Colleen J. ring a bell to you?
Yes. Yes, it does. I don't know why. A lot of these names are ringing bells.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Dwayne says, Kenny, I always looked up to you in high school. You really had it all, man. Perfect family, perfect star athlete, perfect girlfriend, perfect everything. Guess it just goes to show you never can tell what's going on inside someone, you know? We miss you forever. R.I.P. Okay. Eileen Rodriguez, Orville. Wonderful name.
Definitely.
Byron H. Denny. Carol Ann C. Trish, share a memory. Let me just see what happens if I...
Well, it says comments have been disabled due to repeated disrespectful messages. So I don't know if you'll be...
This is still a button, though.
Oh, true.
Well, that reopened to there. Yeah, just the whole thing just reopens the page.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there something hiding in plain sight, or are we... I wonder if we should look for people Angie may have mentioned.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Let's just do a quick...
Yeah, go to the email.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep, we looked at Penny's letters, and thank you for saying good thought. I try to make them pretty good.
All right.
And yeah, cool girl Jen, yeah, she doesn't seem like she was pumped to have a kid. Like, it seemed like she was kind of dragged kicking and screaming into it.
Yeah, so something that we haven't really mentioned about Penny is that she is an aspiring painter and seemed to be putting her own needs way ahead of her family.
Yeah, for sure.
Which was part of the divide between her and her husband. Doesn't look like Abigail mentioned anybody else in the email.
Yeah, all right.
Sent. But in her...
Maybe in testimony or something?
Maybe. I don't know why. I feel like somebody named Doug came up. That doesn't ring a bell to you?
No.
No?
And Jen's saying she's thinking that page, the purpose of it is just to see how divided people are on the issue.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. I think we should move on, but should consider going back to that page in the future as more names.
Yeah. Kind of come into the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go into the photos section.
Yep. I have a feeling Tributes is holding quite something for us.
These photos are awesome.
Yeah, they are.
These photos are great. All right. Gregory enjoyed being out in nature, especially interested in insect geology, helping his aunt in her garden.
All about the ant.
Everything's from her perspective. Oh,
I know, but still, even if I was making something, I don't think I'd interject stuff about myself into it all the time.
Yeah. Oh, this is it.
Oh, okay.
That was the whole schlemiel.
All right, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Same little note at the bottom. Tributes.
Yeah.
How are these different from memories? Tribute from Donna Hartwell. Kenny was always a happy child, eager to please and friendly to everyone he met. He was quite a little charmer as a boy. All his babysitters and teachers just adored him, and he had more friends than his daddy and I could keep track of. Such a sweet boy, and he grew into such a fine young man. And Gregory, he was so different from his daddy, but just as sweet. Such a clever, thoughtful child. I just can't believe they're gone, my darling boys. Wayne Theobald.
Real quick, if I'm remembering incorrectly, that Kenny was like all clear on the sperm front, then maybe her saying so different from his daddy is a little clue. I may be wrong. I think I remember it being that he got checked and it was all good, but if I'm incorrect, that could be a cheating kind of thing.
Bing!
Bing!
Bing! Another feather in my cap for my brilliant
all right, keep it moving.
stab in the dark. I do also want to point out something that I think I noticed, but have since forgotten since starting that sentence.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll come back to me.
Very good.
The hell did I forget? I've only been talking for 4 seconds.
I'll be waiting with bated breath for your brilliance.
Yeah, you just hold on. Just hold the... I can't believe I forgot what I was going to say.
It'll come back. Move on. You're driving it further into the darkness by pushing it.
I was so annoyed. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
So real quick, Laura's saying this box is more of a set the theme and show both sides with 2 or 3 fun surprises. So it might not have that much to actually do.
Okay, but that's fine. Because I'm ready to just have the clues established.
That's fine.
The other boxes are at her disposal. I'm not too worried about it. Tribute from Angela Hartwell.
Did you scroll past another one, though?
I scrolled past
There's nothing great. Okay.
Wayne and Dave.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, nothing nuts.
Like they worked with Kenny.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
This seems like something.
This is from Angela, the sister. Gregory's death was not accidental, and I refuse to believe that my brother is responsible for his death. Kenny is not to blame. He is a victim, too. I remembered what I was going to say. We're also taking for granted that Gregory died.
Yeah.
And then...
I was about to say before Kenny. You're right. We don't know.
What if...
Is there anything about that? Like, Keep going.
I don't know what like sequence of events could have
You're totally
played
right.
out, but I just want to point out that that's another thing that we are taking completely for granted.
Yeah, you're completely
what
right.
What if somebody killed Kenny and Gregory witnessed it?
Right.
So they had to take him out too.
William, that is a very good thought. That's a
If they're
very
like,
good
I've already
thought.
ruined this child.
Yeah, totally. Interesting. I like that. You're totally right.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking for anything about like anything that could suggest that.
I think again, like we're dealing with certain lights in the dark.
Yeah.
But just so like this,
I think
this
that's,
is how
I
this
think
is
that
different.
is important. That for some reason strikes a nerve with me. Yeah.
This is how this season is different. That's really exciting. It's all noodle work.
Yeah, I know. I really am into this.
It's feeling really good to me.
Yeah, I really like it.
I'm always going to say this because I'll always come back to this.
Yeah.
I work for this company. I have no interaction with like how the
it's really
boxes are
totally
done or
true.
anything.
Yeah.
And I haven't always worked for them. So if you think I'm being over the top, because I can hear how that might be a criticism.
I know, but I would think
this is sweet.
Yes.
This is cool.
Yeah, I love it. I would think if, and it's a big if, I'm not saying all of you guys have followed us or whatever, but I think if people know us from the podcast and stuff, they know that we get real pumped about things we like.
Yeah.
It's just, we just get enthusiastic.
I'm just stoked on this.
I am too. So it's not about like working for the company or whatever. We just like really like it.
Yeah.
Can you look up, because now you got me on this thing about like the times of death and everything. Look up what blood carboxyhemoglobin is.
Oh, great. I'll type that in right now. How do you spell these things?
Blood carboxyhemoglobin.
It's all one word?
Yeah. I'm curious about if that has anything to do with time of death. Like if that's like any sort of coagulation-y thing. Or no, it's toxicology. That'd be the inside of you. That wouldn't do anything.
Carboxyhemoglobin or carboxyhemoglobin
Okay.
is a stable complex of carbon monoxide and hemoglobin that forms in red blood cells upon contact with carbon monoxide.
All right, so I don't know what the hell that means. What I was wondering...
Carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. I got too wrapped up because it was not...
Were they killed some other way?
Right. It wasn't saying what I thought I was going to say, so I just totally discounted what you were saying, which is the way I live my life, apparently. Interesting.
That's pretty dips.
So here's the thing. They both show that for... Which one is this? Okay,
so could she not have also had carbon monoxide poisoning?
Oh, shit.
And hallucinated...
We just talked about that on the show.
The entire schlemiel. Yeah, we were just talking about that on Guide to the Unknown. Right?
Yes.
So she actually had a different perspective on everything that happened because she was suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh, crap. Well, hang on a second. Okay, so for Kenneth, his was less than 2.7% saturation of that.
By the time that they were doing the autopsy. Yeah.
Right. For Gregory, it's less than 2%. So he has less carbon monoxide in his system than Kenneth does. So that could even just be that Kenneth was in the room longer that had a carbon monoxide leak, possibly. Oh, wait.
But also...
Hang on. Her thing is in here too, I think.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Her toxicology?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, wait a second.
This is awesome. You scrambling with papers is like, this is like detective work.
Yeah.
That's like that's something that would happen in a detective movie, being like, I think I saw something about this before. Or like something that happens in an episode of Monk or perhaps even House. Just being like, I think I saw something before. Where are my papers? Give me my goddamn papers.
I'm also wrong. I because it says autopsy authorized by Angela Hartwell, I was just like, lady name. Maybe that means that the killer's medical things are in here too, but I got it mixed up. That's Penny anyway.
I thought there was something
about Penny's physical
about Penny's
state.
stats, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong? This is the release. I don't have it on the screen.
Yeah, so Laura's saying, did someone mess with the gas to incapacitate them all? And when she went to the house, she hallucinated. Yeah. Then she says, he's a smaller body, so it takes less time to knock out a kid. And then Jen...
But also the differing percentages in their bloodstream.
Right.
Like I wonder, I'm stabbing in the dark because I don't know these things, but isn't it possible that it's like with carbon monoxide poisoning, at a certain point it would leave your system, right? Like you can get it out of your system.
Yeah.
It was still in Kenneth's more than it was in Gregory's.
Right.
Maybe Gregory lived longer, and so he was breathing out more of it, or you know what I'm saying? So maybe he did die second.
Right. I see what you're saying. William, I am now positive that she's hallucinating because of carbon monoxide.
I'm positive. Yeah, I feel like that's a fact, Jack. I feel like that's bingo, a thing.
Yeah. Man, I'm so glad that I didn't know what that meant. I thought I had to, because I'll tell you what my theory was. I was wondering. I thought that would have something to do, even though it was a brain fart, that's toxicology, which wouldn't have to do with things that are outside your body. I was thinking that could have something to do with coagulation. So like if Kenneth's blood was way more coagulated than Gregory's, it would mean that he was killed first or whatever.
Right.
But I'm glad we stepped into that.
Yeah. I mean, come on. That's a revelation.
That changes my whole theory.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a legit revelation.
That is a big revelation.
I don't know.
So yeah, is there anything? I wonder if just subconsciously you were thinking the same thing. Like you saw a lady's name on the report and it made you think.
Maybe. Relevant history. Oh, this is the doctor's report.
Diana says it would stop leaving the body at death. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would stop leaving the body at death.
Right.
So therefore, let's assume. You okay? You just burping the mic. Nice.
I hope I did it as I was talking so you could. I'm sorry, guys. I
hope I paused at the right moment and it was clear as a bell.
My birthday bubbles got to me.
Little birthday bubble.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like, let's assume that they had the same quantity of poisoning to begin with. Kenneth stopped expelling it.
Right. For a while. Right.
I don't know the actual way this would happen.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it would take or whatever.
Yeah.
But Gregory lived longer than Kenneth.
What a thrill.
Oh, my God. Oh, my.
Awesome.
Jen is on box 3.
So they're okay.
And didn't even get this. So we're on box 1. Kristen, we're crushing it.
Thank you, Taquan. I will burp forever. Yeah. I was expelling my own CO2. You got that right, Christy? Okay, so this is relevant. There is something physical about her. You're right. It says blood work, no abnormal. Oh, well, but she could have just been breathing it out, so it wouldn't be affecting her anymore.
It also would be after a period of time.
Right, I just realized.
I'm going to say that this door is still open because we're looking at this doctor.
Oh, I definitely think it is.
And this is the other thing. It's like this is the doctor that is convinced that she is has a paranoid schizophrenia, and yet everything about her. Blood work, no abnormal. Not that you have abnormal.
No, I know what you're
results
saying.
In your blood work, but like, there's no indication of any family history or anything.
Right.
And yet, she seems to have had some sort of a psychotic issue. Oh, so I just want to put this out there, just in case other people aren't like picking up on exactly why we're having a flip out.
Yeah.
There are several stories online about people that are like, there was a guy on Reddit, and he made a post, and he's like, somebody's harassing me. Somebody is stalking me and leaving weird notes in my house to harass me. There are Post-it notes all over his house, and he would like come home and find all these notes that are written very personable, weird stuff about himself. He's like, who's doing this? And he had talked about like how he wasn't feeling well and stuff, and the whole thing was making him sick. And then somebody was like, can you talk about what you mean by like the whole thing is making you sick? Like, sick in what way?
Yeah.
And they essentially started diagnosing him. These are symptoms of having carbon monoxide poisoning. He had been leaving all those notes himself.
Yeah.
So carbon monoxide poisoning does crazy stuff to your brain.
Yeah.
That feels like it could absolutely be in line with I am not a reliable source of information for what happened.
Yeah, totally.
At the event of the death of my son and husband.
Totally. So maybe it's both. I mean, maybe she was not that into being a mom or married or whatever, but she didn't actually commit it.
You can be a horrible person without being guilty of murder.
Exactly. So Jen says, what if she pumped into tests to incapacitate them? That's what I was thinking at first, but then the fact that her realities aren't matching up just seems to make so much sense with carbon monoxide poisoning.
Somebody above, I don't remember who it was, and I can't find it at the second. Somebody said the house was being filled with carbon monoxide. They were all supposed to die. Maybe this is also in line with Angela trying to kill them all.
Yes.
Setting up a carbon monoxide leak. I'm going to take them all out.
Yeah.
And then it didn't work right and stuff went crazy.
Right.
I mean, let's even say that maybe Kenneth did end up killing Gregory, but it was because he was in this
he was like all out of it. Right.
And he was trying to protect himself from somebody he thought was a threat.
Right.
Because he can't figure things out correctly and he shot his son.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this.
That seems like a big deal.
Yes. This opens a gigantic door.
But what's interesting is it sounds like it opens a gigantic door, but it sounds like people who are boxes ahead of us, it hasn't really come up that much. There's obviously a lot else at play.
Oh, absolutely.
But I can't think that this is...
We're still dealing...
It was Mel. It's Mel Klump who said that.
Oh, okay. Mel, well done. Yeah,
Hello,
I think that is a very solid theory.
Yeah.
I really think that we may have, by Googling a word.
I know.
Just by paying attention to being like,
By me not understanding what a word means.
Kristen,
I know, it went to something else that was awesome.
You blew this case wide open.
I really did. I just remember noticing that there were different levels of something with them. And I was like, that seems significant.
That's great. That was great. It's detective work.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think? Recaps?
I think so.
I think we're in a good mojo place. Is it time to just confirm the evidence at our disposal?
I love this one.
That was different. That was like...
Okay. So I obviously I've really loved all the boxes, but I will admit that sometimes when I'm doing when we're working on clues and ciphers, my brain gets so I can't understand what's going on, and I just feel like I just have a hard time honing in on it.
Yeah.
This just for my particular thought process is really hitting it for me. It's I really like this a lot.
It's really interesting, especially now the 1-2 punch of Hunt a Killer Empty Faces.
Yeah.
Is investigation of different kinds.
Yeah, you're right. The style of this, as far as not the subject matter, but the way that you solve things or get clues or stuff or whatever it reminds me a little bit more of the way you get clues and solve Empty Faces.
Right.
So now they really are just two different sides of a very similar coin. One is crime, one is supernatural.
Yeah.
And that, I just always really liked that the style that Empty Faces is, the way that you kind of move through it. So now I'm really, really obsessed.
Oh, I'm vibing on it.
That's really awesome.
Vibing on it.
Because sometimes I just feel like the ciphers don't work with my brain, and I just feel like I'm just letting you guys do all the work, and I don't understand what the hell's going on. I feel a little bit more in tune with this.
See, I'm down. Throw whatever you got.
I think they're awesome, but I get very overloaded where I just can't even absorb it anymore.
Right. Yeah.
But I think it's awesome. Honestly, it's more I try to help in everything, but I feel like I'm kind of letting you guys do the work, and I'm just enjoying the spoils.
This is awesome. I
love this.
I did not think this was coming. This is rad.
Yeah.
Diana says that you should be a detective.
Okay. I did look into it at one point. Fun fact. When my parents made me go to college, I enrolled in criminal justice because I was like, all right, well, if I have to get an associate's in something, it may as well be something cool that I like.
May as well be some sort of a Batman.
Right. But then the classes were really hard, and I was really just trying to get through college so I could move on to other things.
Yeah.
So because of that, I moved to
I'd like to get to a different part of life, please.
Basically. So I just did early childhood education because it had less math classes or something.
Yeah, no, you and I are on a similar page.
Yeah. But no, I was like, well, I might as well do something. And I have times in my life where I've looked for part-time work or different jobs or whatever.
Yeah.
I've definitely cruised for private detective jobs.
That's crazy. Kristen, if you got work as a detective, I'd be so afraid all the time. I know,
that's the thing.
Not because you're incapable.
No, I know, but it's scary.
It's so scary and risky.
It's scary. I don't know if I would actually...
This is a cushy gig.
This is a safe way to interact with that. I don't know if I would... but I would look. I remember searching in Craigslist, private detective, private investigator, or whatever. I don't know if I'd be able to follow through with it.
Right.
But I take that as a compliment, Diana, so thank you.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We're going to go to the recap section now. This is officially... this is the spoiler of the spoiler.
Yeah.
We've shown you everything in the box. We've gone through our personal thought process on how we're going to solve this crime. Now we're actually going to use the in-game resource that Hunt a Killer has set up that will tell us what the clues are that we were just looking at and how to get more information. And because of the open-ended nature of this particular season, I wonder if we may get genuinely new information.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, let's see.
Because they don't know they don't know that we would have looked up the carbon monoxide thing by now.
Right, totally.
You know what I mean?
Because I'm sure throughout the season, as you do with most of them, like we're going to be referring back to documents. I think especially actually in this season that we're going to be referring back to these case files.
Yes, I think everything's going to be in play at all times.
I do too. Yeah.
This is like, we're going to have every clue at our disposal as we go forward.
I think so for sure.
Oh,
I know. I'm really into this.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to do this more often.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I know we've had like big gaps in between and everything, but like I love doing this and it like makes my life very happy. My level of oxytocin has got to be through the roof right now.
Oh,
so I feel like I should schedule this into my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
I know.
It's been
I
so
know.
crazy.
We have our work cut out for us.
I've got at least 5 boxes over there.
Yeah.
6?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let's do this.
Cool.
So, I want to remind you, if you've been watching this whole time, and if you've been enjoying what we're doing, but you are not a Hunt a Killer member, change that.
Get in here.
It is so much fun.
Yeah,
Go to huntakiller.com,
I really love it. Yeah.
sign up, get a box of your own. You might make discoveries that we absolutely have not.
Oh, totally.
You know, like
Yeah.
there's a giant sandbox
Oh yeah.
of information here.
Big time.
If spooky horror paranormal stuff is your game, you can also check out emptyfaces.com.
Yep. I freak out equally about that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Ugh.
All right. Anyway, let's now go to the Hunt a Killer recap section, where they're going to tell us everything that we got, everything we missed, whatever it may be. Vindication, episode 1. Got the clue right here on the handy inventory card.
Yeah.
By clue, I mean password. YNNP.
Yimpy.
Yimpy.
Another clue.
I knew it. All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
Letter from Penny. Again, this is the spoileriest stuff possible.
Right. Fact.
In this letter, Penny explains her situation. I wanted to call this out before.
Me too. There's something with that.
There is.
Yeah.
She introduces her appeals lawyer, Kingsley, and a fellow patient, 7166, known as Sven.
Yeah, something's up.
I want to point out about that as well is that person is 7166. Her number is 12279. So 7,000 to 12,000. Has Sven been in the system for a long time?
Interesting. That's a good question.
He also said, call me Sven for short.
And that's weird that you would be in second chance for that long. Like, the whole point is that you're supposed to be processed out. Yeah.
Although maybe it is a revolving door.
Maybe.
I mean, who knows?
Maybe. Yeah.
This is also good for just providing talk points for things that we didn't really highlight.
Yeah,
previously.
totally. Laura says, remember Will Botome?
Listen, I'm catching a lot of heat for Botome. All right.
That was so good.
I just want to let you know that it's really funny.
Yeah.
And that I'm enjoying it too.
Yeah, Will's really in on the joke with all of us.
That's all right as well.
It was so good.
I got several messages of people just being Botome, Will? Several.
Bowtome. You get Botome with an exclamation mark.
Botome.
Yeah.
Great idea. Great idea.
I know.
All right. Second Chance letter. This letter introduces the Second Chance program. This program is a new initiative of Listening Friends of America in which patients with the potential to live healthy and productive lives are selected for treatment and rehabilitation. More information is available by following the URL at the bottom of the letter. Letter from Kingsley. In this letter, Kingsley Lawrence explains the difficulties surrounding Penny's case, but resolves to find the necessary evidence for her appeals trial.
Real quick, did you watch Making a Murderer Part 2?
No.
Kingsley has real Kathleen Zellner vibes from that, just for anybody who's seen that.
Oh, because she was like the cold case person. I think I watched episode 1.
Yeah.
He mentions that one difficulty is the memorial blog found at the URL listed on the document.
Yep.
Court docs. Examine these documents more closely to learn more about Penny's unusual trial. Watercolor palette used in conjunction with another item. Here we go for hints and reveals.
Yep.
Color by number. We're not going to get anything we don't already know, honestly. Compare the numbers and the number with the numbers and the shapes. Some of the numbers have been altered. Use it with the paint to reveal the finished message. Help me.
Right.
I think that this is a wonderful place to stop. Because I think especially knowing what we now know, which I feel very confident about.
Me too. I feel like we're well positioned.
Cocky to a fault, because I could really be heading for a crushing blow.
A real fall.
when we realize that it's another red herring.
Yeah.
But it seems like Penny is, in fact, not guilty of the crime of which she stands accused.
Yeah.
So who killed Kenny? And did he really kill Gregory? And if not, who killed Gregory? Who's killing all these people?
What is the deal with all this killing?
That's crazy. Man.
Oh, so good.
Hunt a Killer Vindication.
Yeah.
Episode 1. Completo.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. All right, everybody.
So we'll be back soon. We'll keep you posted.
You can follow us online to get an idea of the next time that we'll be tackling another episode.
That's right. I'm at Chillin Kristen on Instagram.
I am at Haunted Sponge. Go ahead and check out huntakiller.com to sign up to get your own box. Go to emptyfaces.com. Go to skylarkmedia.com.
Yeah, you get all those sweet ass podcasts.
Check out all these awesome new shows that you could be listening to right this second. We're done tonight.
Yeah.
But you can stay in our
continues.
universe. Have a little party. Go check out American Hysteria.
Yeah.
Go check out Euphomet. Check out Feminist Folklore.
And check out Blackwood. Stop being modest.
Would you please?
And check out the Blackwood, what am I trying to say? The bonus materials. Yeah.
I think you're really going to enjoy it, especially if you love hunting for information and Hunt a Killer. There's a lot of information to be gleaned from the Blackwood bonus material.
The hunt continues.
Yeah. And if you need even more, Kristen and I host a podcast called Guide to the Unknown. A new episode just came out today.
Yeah.
Every week, Kristen and I research topics from the wide world of horror, share them with each other, and of course, you, our friends. On today's episode, Kristen talked about the Illuminati and the way that they seem to have guided the MTV VMAs.
Of 2009.
Yeah, there was a ballet.
Yeah.
An orchestration by the Illuminati.
We're all unknowing audiences. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were inducting Taylor Swift into the Illuminati, and they did it publicly in the VMAs, and none of us knew what we were seeing.
That's right.
And then I talked about the urban legend of the babysitter who's getting a call from inside the house. Get out now! Check out that show, Guide to the Unknown, on all major podcast apps. There's even a YouTube version. You can watch it just like you're watching us right here, right now. Please consider subscribing to Talk Bomb on YouTube so that you can always get more. You won't miss out on a thing. We've done every single Hunt a Killer season, every Empty Face season, premium boxes, all of it to date. So you can check out the archives to get more solution videos like this one. But for the last time, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We really hope you had a good time.
Thanks for giving me a really nice birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Raj.
Thank you.
This was a damn good time.
This was a real good time.
This was super fun.
I loved it.
So we will see you all in a future video, but for now, we gotta get out of here.
That's right.
Court is adjourned.